judges by 1 round, 1 judge by 2 clean rounds.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got to talk about a interesting story about a OnlyFans star who decided to flash, okay, after winning a boxing match, just to go on to say that she wanted to express herself after shocking moments sent fans wild. Now, she's facing a whole lot of backlash for what she did, okay, and rightfully so. And I want to talk about it because I'm not sure at what point did society become okay with public indecency, right? Especially when you're talking about an event that I believe was televised in some capacity, okay? You may have had minors and children at the event watching, and this person who happens to be an OnlyFans star, okay, I'm using the word star loosely here, again, decides to flash their breast, okay? Now, I want to talk about it because, again, I'm not sure exactly when this became acceptable, but, you know, this is something that people feel like they can just do, okay? The last time we talked about somebody flashing their breast in public, it actually wasn't a woman, it was a man, okay, who happened to be at a Pride event at the White House who decided that they were going to flash their fake breast, okay, their surgical implants at the White House on the White House lawn, again, while children were in attendance, okay? And, you know, I personally feel like, as a conservative, right, I'm not okay with either one of those things, okay? Whether it be a biological woman doing it or a biological male doing it that has, you know, breast implants or whatever, doesn't matter, right? I'm not okay with it, even though, you know, I mean, I don't mind seeing breasts, right? I just don't want to see them being flashed in public because it's not about me and what I like to see, right? Because, I mean, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. These weren't, you know, the worst pair of breasts in the world, right? And as an adult, okay, I don't necessarily mind seeing it, okay? I mean, it's a pleasant surprise, right? If I had to keep it 100 with you. But again, it's not about me, right? And what I like to see. It's about just having common decency in public, in society, and it seems that we've forgotten that. So let's read about this because I think this is unacceptable. So let's read here. OnlyFans star Daniella Hemsley has left boxing fans stunned by flashing the crowd after securing her first win over Aleksandra Danielka. The 22-year-old outpointed rival Danielka in the losers bracket of the Kingpyn high-stakes tournament in Dublin on Saturday night. The social media star was announced as the winner via unanimous decision before deciding to celebrate in X-rated fashion, lifted up her bra to expose her breast for those inside the 3 arena and the fans watching at home. Yeah, so again, this was televised at least in some capacity. And this woman thought it'd be a good idea to, you know, flash. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys here a picture of her flashing. Okay, but I'm going to keep it YouTube friendly, obviously. Hemsley apologized for her astonishing actions in her post-fight interview, saying emotions just got the better of her. I got a bit overwhelmed. I just wanted to express myself. Yeah, now I'm calling BS on that. The reason why I'm calling BS on that because I understand how some of these women think. As you can see here, this person is flashing their breast, right? And it's just like, okay, well, you knew what you were doing, okay, in the moment, and you knew that if you do this, that it was going to help your OnlyFans, right? That people are going to subscribe to your OnlyFans because you did this, right? That's why you did it. You knew it would go viral. You knew you would get attention, and you knew there would be a ton of people signing up for your OnlyFans. Congratulations, you just made yourself a millionaire overnight. Now, what did it cost, right? At the cost of, again, public decency and self-respect, right? Your own self-respect. Again, as a man, right, I kind of have, you know, the same reaction as this guy right here who's clearly happy to see some boobies, right? I mean, this guy's smiling from cheek to cheek, okay, because he's getting flashed, right? But at the same time, you know, it's somebody that, you know, tries to, again, adhere to, you know, let's not do stuff like this in public. Let's keep this where it belongs, which is, you know, in the bedroom or whatever between your partner. I don't like to see this, right? I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this at sporting events, right? Now, again, don't get me wrong. You know, hey, if they got some girls that look good, some stage girls, some arena girls, I'm cool with that. but at least keep some clothes on, right? Keep some clothes on, okay? So, yeah, that's what we have here. So this is what she looks like with clothes on. Again, not a bad looking girl, right? Looks like probably the average, you know, blonde, young OnlyFans model that makes a living selling their box online, right? To simps that'll pay. So again, you know, not much special going on here, just somebody seeking attention and clout. And, you know, hey, she accomplished what she wanted. Not everyone was impressed by the unusual celebration. However, quote, it's going to be an interesting night as a parent having to explain to your kids what just happened, one fan wrote on Twitter. Exactly. And that's the main concern here, right? Because again, you know, you have kids watching, or presumably you have some kids watching, okay? And all of a sudden you got this person that they just flash, right? They're flashing, okay, on television after a boxing match, and then you have to have that conversation about why, right? Why this happened. Quote, what the hell was that at the end? Got her, you know what, out and dancing around. Meanwhile, they have to apologize for swearing, said another. Boxing superstar Clarissa Shields also wasn't a fan, writing on Twitter, wow, this is a step backwards for women's boxing. Stop this ish. Yeah, exactly, right? Women claim they want to be respected, right? But then they turn around and they do stuff like this, right? And then they want to get mad when men objectify them, but then they want to turn around and do this, okay? I mean, again, it's completely uncalled for, man. It really is. Others didn't mind the unexpected celebration, with one fan posting, quote, my grandfather had Muhammad Ali. My father had Mike Tyson. I have Daniella Hemsley. Aussie boxing champ Albini Bridges didn't think the celebration was bad for women's boxing, insisting influencer boxing is different. Bridges wrote on Twitter, quote, she had great boobs. To be fair, ha ha ha. And anyone who is going on about how it's bad for women's boxing, firstly, it's influencer boxing, and secondly, it's really not going to affect it. Let's be real. I mean, you know, look, women's sports is a joke anyways, for the most part, right? But I'm not sure if this necessarily helps, okay? I guess this makes it more of a joke than it already is, but, you know, hey, it is what it is. Quote, all it's going to do is get that influencer more exposure, more followers, and more money. Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what it's going to do. I mean, that was the whole point, right? That was literally the whole point. Hemsley told the Daily Mail last year that she has overcome a difficult relationship with food that's seen her drop 25 kilograms on her fitness journey. Daniella explained, quote, my parents separated when I was 12. It was during my transition to high school from primary school, and it really affected me. Quote, I felt very alone and turned to food for comfort as it was my escape. I would just eat and get bigger. Yeah, so clearly this person did it for clicks and likes, right? And they tried to excuse their behavior by saying that, well, I was overwhelmed, right? I was so overwhelmed that the first thing I thought to do was to show my boobs to everybody in the world, okay? That I was so overwhelmed, okay? That's the first thing I'm gonna do is, you know, basically degrade myself for money, okay? Which, you know, I mean, it's just hilarious to, you know, listen to this person try to justify this type of behavior. She should actually be banned from these type of events, right? When women do stuff like this, I mean, like, imagine if a man, right? If a man, you know, whipped his penis out, right, after a boxing match and was like, well, I was overwhelmed, and that's why I decided to whip my penis out for the world to see. Do you think that it would be acceptable to say, oh, well, I did that because I was overwhelmed, right? No, the person would be banned, okay? They would never be allowed to box again for doing something like that, right? And I think that women deserve the same backlash when they do stuff like this, right? You never see men do that because men know the type of consequences that there will be for a man doing something like that. Women, though, because, again, a lot of times there are no consequences. They actually benefit when they do stuff like this. Like, this woman clearly will benefit. Hey, you know, she felt comfortable enough to do it in the first place. When, you know, we should have a society when we're shaming women for doing stuff like this. I mean, this woman should be shamed just as much as the transgender influencer that flashed at the White House should be shamed. Okay, people should not be doing this type of stuff in public. You shouldn't be doing this stuff on televised events. You got children watching. You have families watching, okay? I mean, it's already awkward enough to be with your significant other, and then you watch somebody flash in front of your face, right? You're looking at boobies all of a sudden. It's just, I mean, it's just uncomfortable, okay? We're trying to watch sports, boxing, okay? We're not at a strip club, right? We're not on your OnlyFans page. And this influencer has to understand that. But again, they do understand it. They just did it for clicks and likes, and they're probably going to make millions off of it. And it is what it is. It's unfortunate that we live in a world that we're rewarding this type of bad behavior. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.